earnings conference call hosted by DAM Capital Advisors Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in listen-only mode. There will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Bhumika Nair from DAM Capital Advisors Limited. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome on behalf of DAM Capital. This is a call with Kaynes Technology to discuss the recent acquisition of Iskraemeco. Today we have the management being represented by Mr. Ramesh Kannan, Managing Director, Mr. Jairam P. Sampath, Whole-Time Director and CFO, and Mr. Rajesh Sharma, CEO. I'll now hand over the floor to Mr. Sampath for his initial remarks, post which we'll open up the floor for Q&A. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bhumika ji. Just to clarify, I think the announcer said it's earnings call. It is not the earnings call. This is the call to clarify and ask a Q&A and answer on Iskraemeco acquisition. So our company has acquired, as per our filing, Iskraemeco India Private Limited. The purpose of the acquisition has been to secure our orders in the device area. Our company actually aims to become the largest smart meter manufacturing company in India. So this step is an important step towards the same thing. And going forward, we jointly will be offering our smart meters to all the different AMI SPs. As you know, in already 11 crore meters have been awarded, and another 11 crore meters yet to be awarded. Out of the meters which have been awarded also, there are many yet to be installed. So the ones which are yet to be installed, plus the ones which are not yet awarded, they are the target for the coming future periods. And so, as you also know about the marketplace, etc., I'd love to take questions now. So over to you.
Thank you very
Bhumika ji.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of CA Garvet Goyal from Analysts Advisory LLP. Please go ahead.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, sir. My question is on the, like you mentioned in your opening remarks, we are the largest player in the smart meters. So, did I hear it right? Because players like Genus Power is having a significant order book in this category. And secondly, what kind of opportunity do you see after this acquisition in this particular sector, sir?
Could you repeat the second question?
What kind of opportunities do we see in India in this particular category?
Sure. So as far as the order book is concerned, the orders which have been already decided, which is namely in the PGCIL and in the West Bengal case, so those orders have been already placed on Iskraemeco, which back-to-back has been placed on us. So that's for 3.5 million meters for in the case of Gujarat, which is the PGCIL is the AMISP there, and in case of West Bengal. So that is what has been placed back-to-back by Iskraemeco India on us, and we'll be executing. So totally about 11 crores, 110 million have been placed on various AMISPs and AMISPs with device manufacturing capabilities. There are two types. Approximately about 50% is with the AMISPs who don't have a device especially of their own, like Intel Smart EDF, Aprava, Monte Carlo, GMR. I think this is in the public domain. You can also find it out. So our objective is to get some share of these players. Already some of them they have probably decided because they have installed some, and then of course some are out there. For the balance, about 110 million odd pieces which are yet to be awarded, we will be working with all of these different AMISPs and offering them our meters so that we become the largest manufacturer or largest EMS for smart meters. And our customers will be these AMISPs who will be providing this product to the different distribution companies. And as far as the potential for this goes, so there is domestic potential, of course, in the smart metering area, but we are looking at it as a power distribution products manufacturing. So one is smart meter. There are other things in the grid and other areas, both in India and domestically and abroad. We do have clients outside of India too, which are the business is developing, and we are in the stages of the initial RFQ being accepted and contracts being drawn up, etc. So we'll advise about the business from those companies as soon as we get some firm orders on hand. There are some small pilot orders available. So there is a huge market potential not only in India but also outside of India, not only in smart meter, which is in consumer premises, but also in meters which are used in distribution setups.
Understood, sir. I think my question is answered, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Siddharth Bera from Nomura. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.
Sorry
sir,
to interrupt you, sir. I would request you to please use your handset.
Sure. Yeah. Is it better now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thanks, sir, for the opportunity. Sir, first, if you can elaborate a bit more on buying out this entity, what extra advantages Kaynes gets compared to other suppliers, and why Iskraemeco Global wanted to sell this off, and will there be any support you need from the global parent for this smart meters? And second is, if we talk about the profitability, how it is compared to, say, directly dealing with Iskraemeco with PGCIL or compared to any other AMISP where you will be supplying the device while they have won the order. So will there be difference in the profitability as well for some of the other orders?
All right. See, firstly, the advantages to Kaynes Technology being an acquisition which aids our strategy of increasing manufacturing in the areas which are high-yielding areas for us. And it also gives us a new technological edge in the area of smart meters. And we can do other smart meters, not merely in the electricity area, but several other areas are there. Namely, you have gas meters, you have water meters, and all other metering solutions are there. So we will be able to address all of those areas. Our objective, as I stated, is to become the largest EMS in the smart meter area. As far as profitability is concerned, I cannot give you a forward guidance, but I can tell you this much, that this is margin accretive. Yeah, with our business, and we have examined all that very carefully before we took this decision.
Okay.
So whatever guidance we have given, we'll continue to do.
Yes.
Understood. Got it, sir. So second question is in terms of opportunity or execution. I mean, I do see that generally, how to understand the execution pace? We have this order book of right now 35 lakh. Within what period do you see these getting installed, and the remaining orders and execution? How to think about the ramp up over the next few years? If you can just elaborate on that.
Yeah. So as far as the execution is concerned, we have put up a new factory in Hyderabad, and that's ramping up. So we think that 1.5 to 2 years time frame will complete this 3.5 million plus whatever West Bengal orders are there. And further orders will come. Almost every month we are receiving orders from various AMISPs. And in the time in which we execute these orders, by the time we would have already secured orders to fulfill our immediate target of becoming a very large, probably the largest manufacturer in the area of smart meters.
Okay, sir. Got it. I'll come back in the queue.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mahesh Bendre from LIC Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Sir, currently, what proportion of our total sales comes from the smart meter segment?
Currently, it's about 10%. And going forward, currently about, as of this year, we'll probably have around 10% of this. And going forward in next year, it will depend on what orders we get from other, sectors. We expect, about 10-12% probably, maybe at the peak when we have a lot of execution load, it will be about 15% of our total. But this is completely dependent on what is the total growth rate for the entire portfolio plus what orders we get from other sectors. So this year we will probably have about 10% of our business from these smart meters because we are having only 6 months now. And next year onwards we will increase, the proportion will increase a little bit when we ramp up the production.
Sure. And sir, by doing this acquisition, what advantage we are getting in terms of business? I mean, what is the benefit we are going to get out of this acquisition?
Yeah, so one is Iskraemeco is one of those high-tech solution providers. So by acquiring this company, we get access to whatever orders that Iskraemeco would have got. That is first, so it increases our scale. Second thing is they have a lot of other technologies, especially in the other metering areas. So we get access to those areas too, and then we can put our strategies in that area also. And also it's in terms of profitability, it's a reasonably decent profitability. It's margin accretive. So these are the benefits that we have in terms of acquisition.
So basically, it's not for manufacturing. It's basically the technology and the probably business they are already getting in. So that will accrue us, right, sir?
No, this gives us scale in manufacturing. See, once you start off with the 3.5 million meters, that gives you scale in purchasing, scale in manufacturing, and so on, right? So that is the fundamental advantage. And then, of course, once you are at a different platform, then we can do other product manufacturing too, as and when they are implemented. There will be projects implemented for other type of smart meters. Being a smart company which is making smart meters, the advantage is to have that company in our fold.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next question is from the line of Sonali Salgaonkar from Jefferies Group. Please go ahead.
So thank you for the opportunity and congratulations on this acquisition. So firstly, confirming a few numbers, you said that presently you have two customers in smart metering. One is PGCIL, other is West Bengal government. PGCIL 3.5 million meters. Any number for West Bengal government order?
No, as soon as those orders are logged in, see, West Bengal government has got total plan of about 20 million, 2 crores they have awarded, out of which there are 4 AMISPs, if I'm not mistaken. So we will compute these orders and we will probably let you know a little later once those orders are back-to-back placed on us. It is significant order only.
And out of the
first phase, some more than about 1 lakh meters have been implemented also. And I'm happy to tell you that most of the meters which have gone live is actually Iskraemeco meters. So from that perspective, we have a positive view on the West Bengal.
Sure. So out of the 4 AMIs awarded, one is this company, right?
Iskraemeco will be like a system integrator there. So we will do whatever is required in order to fulfill the other conditions.
Understood. So secondly, on the potential of this industry, smart metering industry, you said that balance yet to be awarded is about 11 million meters. Is that right?
Not 11, 110 million. It's 11 crores.
Okay. Understood. And this is over how many years?
Yeah, so this is there in the public domain. So the government wanted to do it as soon as possible. So now speed is picking up. So I'm not able to put a timeline on what the government would do, but I think they are going pretty fast now.
Understood. So thirdly, which are the key competitors that you see in this space?
See, device manufacturers, there are some 4-5 people who are already present. I don't want to name them, but they are already there. As you know, the major players are there already. You can go through the published data also. So there are about 4 or 5 major players in the device area. There are a lot of AMI SPs who buy from these 4 or 5 players. One of them is, of course, Iskraemeco, who manufactures the device. So yeah, so there are about let's say totally about 5 major players. Of course, there are, if you go to the list of approved meters, there is a large number, but not all of them are actually preferred suppliers, so they are not even supplying it.
Understood. Sir, and just last question from my side. How is the working capital in this segment, and of your present guidance for FY25? Should this be included in or should this be sort of a part of your guidance?
Yeah, it will be within the consolidated guidance that we have given. So this is not going to increase the working capital cycle in any way.
Understood. Thank you, sir, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next question is from the line of Kaynes from ICICI Prudential Life Insurance. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, team. So question is on the acquisition, in a way that we were already supplying products to Iskraemeco as a client. So what advantage do we get from the acquisition? This is just India entity, right? So the technology will remain with the parent, which is based out of India. So what is the tangible advantage that we get? That is first. And second, with this acquisition, as we become system integrator, our scope of work will increase from manufacturing to what extent?
So so we do have an agreement with the parent entity also in terms of support of. The technology remains with the Iskraemeco India. It is just the brand name which is there, which is with the parent entity. Iskraemeco brand name is not owned by us, and we have an agreement with the parent entity to use it as long as we require for the purpose of servicing orders within India. And the benefits, like I have listed already, it gives us scale in manufacturing, access to new technologies, and it kind of gives us a firm footing in the area of smart meters. And smart meters not only in electrical smart meters, but there are other electrical grid smart meters, but there are other distribution systems where we can develop products and on an ODM basis and supply to various entities.
And in terms of scope of work, how does that increase?
Scope of exactly the same as before. It is manufacture and it's manufacturing. It's EMS work actually. So that's what it is.
Does that now also include the installation of meters or no?
No, in the contract already taken, if that is part of the scope, we'll complete it because the same team is remaining, not a problem. In future, depends on the kind of contract that AMI SPs give us, and based on that we will do. But majority of the revenues, etc., that we are actually computing and we are reckoning is based only on the manufacture and supply of smart meters.
Okay, thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next question is from the line of Nikhil Kale from Invesco. Please go ahead.
Thank you for taking my question. So just to kind of confirm, you mentioned that going ahead, if the contract wants you to do installation, you will kind of get involved in it, right? But how would that kind of impact working capital requirements for the business? I mean, manufacturing would be easier to do that, but when it comes to installation, how would the payments work?
Yeah, so the current payment terms, all the 3 stages of installation, the total amount of exposure will not be, the working capital exposure will not be more than 90 days. It will be actually significantly less than 90 days. And it's not going to change because the same terms all the AMI SPs do. So from that perspective, it's not going to adversely affect any of our existing working capital. Probably there might even be an improvement if we start doing more volumes here.
Okay, understood. And in terms of capacity, I mean, the new Hyderabad plant, what is the capacity, the manufacturing capacity there for smart meters? And as part of the acquisition, are we getting any existing capacity from Iskraemeco?
So, see, we have always been the manufacturer or EMS company for Iskraemeco. in India. So we have been, so they have, of course, they have technical team which can do testing and all of that, but all the manufacturing capacity was being provided by us only. In Hyderabad specifically, the capacity that is being built up is about 4 million per annum, and we will work on increasing this once the entire system picks up speed. We have enough say bandwidth and space.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have lost the management connection. Please stay connected while we reconnect them. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the management connection back on call. So please continue.
Yes, please ask the next question.
Yeah, so that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next question is from the line of Manikandan Gare from Franklin Templeton, India. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thanks for organizing this call. I have two questions. One is on this acquisition. Post this acquisition, any products on the smart meter side that will be manufactured for Iskraemeco will have what brand? Is it Iskraemeco Kaynes or Iskraemeco -Kaynes? That's my first question.
See, the initial orders that we are processing in Indian market, it will be Iskraemeco. And post that, once we take a decision, I will let you know if there is any change in that strategy. So it will be Iskraemeco.
No, I'm asking this because now that you are forward integrating in this sector on the smart meter side, will this hinder any of the competitors to Iskraemeco or may make them rethink about coming to you for EMS work? That's the key thing which I'm trying to understand here.
Yeah, so we still remain an ODM and EMS company. We don't have a Kaynes branded product, and we continue with that strategy as of now.
So you don't see this as a risk to any incremental orders you may get from the competitors also to Iskraemeco is what you're saying, right, sir?
No, because Iskraemeco is an approved product, no? So all AMISPs can actually potentially take and supply. We have also given it to many. So many orders are in the anvil being decided, etc. So yeah. There's no risk.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next question is from the line of Praveen Sahai from Prabhudas Lilladher Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for taking my question, sir. So the first few clarifications, sir. The last year, Iskraemeco has done 65.4 crore of our revenue. So the entire manufacturing for that has done by the Kaynes?
Yes.
Okay. And secondly, as you had also mentioned that the servicing order in India with the name of Iskraemeco is going to be done, is there any royalty or a fee company is going to pay in the future orders to the global company?
No royalty is to be paid to anybody, any entity outside of India. Since we acquired this part of the acquisition deal, that Iskraemeco brand name can be used for a specified period to service all these orders in India, for as long as we wish.
Okay. And in that Iskraemeco revenue, is there any, it's totally related to the smart meter, and also is there any export number is also included in that?
No, not yet. There are no export orders logged in yet. And in future, if they come in, then certainly we will log in. But at this point in time, these are all domestic revenues.
Okay. And that's related to the smart meter only?
Yes, sir.
Because you had also mentioned that the water or the gas meter scope of work is there. So that is not there yet to start.
That area, because that project needs to be come up fully, and then some approvals have to come up, etc. Yeah.
And lastly, sir, can you indicate how much of the margin the Iskraemeco is making? Any indicative numbers would help.
So, yeah.
She will convert it.
Yeah. So this year, after the post-integration, we will have no effect on our guidance. It certainly will achieve the 15%. And so obviously this product is not in any way margin derivative. It is actually margin accretive.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Deepak Krishnan from Kotak Bank. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Just wanted to sort of follow up because in one of the previous participants, all the system integrators will be sort of bidding for contracts where Iskraemeco will be sort of competing with like a Kaynes or anybody else that is there. And then, whether we win the contract or no, we may, directly supply, or then we are hoping that the others will also give us the order. Generally, like this is sort of considered conflict of interest, right? So how do you sort of address that? Because while we are just a manufacturer, we are also sort of bidding for the same tender against all the other companies who we could be potentially be supplying to.
No. Actually, in the past, they were in the market alone. We were not associated with them in any capacity other than as an EMS company. And now, once they are in the fold, so our target will be all the AMISPs, and we'll work with the AMISPs in specific deals. Okay, so there will be no conflict of interest. We will not be standing head to head against any AMISP in bidding. Even now, if you take Gujarat, for instance, PGCIL is the AMISP. So they have always been a smart metering solution provider, always. They are not an EPC company or any of those kinds of responsibilities. So we will not be, standing head to head against any of these various people like IntelliSmart or any of these. In fact, they will be our customers in the new avatar. So there is no conflict of interest.
Sure, sir. And maybe just similar sort of exposure to exports. Are we allowed to sort of export this product as white labels to some other brands in geographies, where Iskraemeco is also present and supplying? Because we are learning that.
No, any contract with any company, obviously, if there is a conflict of, let's say, in the marketplace, we'll have to talk and resolve. So supposing there is a market where they are also present. So Middle East markets where they have supplied large numbers. But European markets, they are kind of 50-50. So supposing we obtain some orders on our own marketing strength, then there's no reason why they would not cooperate with us. But if they are already present in some markets and they have a larger share there, so before going there, we'll talk to them and we'll do an amicable settlement. And in any case, we can always discuss commercials with them as appropriate, right? So depending on what is the cost and benefit, we can always discuss with them and do it. So from that perspective, this is like any other company supplying, let's say, its brand name for a particular country. So any other place we want to use this Iskraemeco brand, we'll have to anyway seek their this thing. But as far as white label is concerned, I don't think they have any problem. But we should keep, as good partners, we should kind of keep them informed so that if there is anything that they have to do, they can do themselves. No?
Sure, sir. And maybe in terms of technical collaboration, the products that they make today and the capabilities that they have today, we are sort of taking it over. But in future, is there sort of a longer term understanding that, if they develop any future other technologies, be it gas, water, or any other sector, we can potentially sort of partner with them, or is it like what is today that?
Yeah. As in most of the other technology companies, most of the design is done in Iskraemeco India itself.
Yes.
So from that perspective, actual capacity resides here only. So we will definitely, and we have an understanding that any new product comes out in their brand name and we want to use it here or something, we can always have a agreement with them on that particular aspect. But it's like a first right of refusal to us. It's not compulsory that we have to take it, but at the same time, it's available to us.
Sure, sir. Those were my questions, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Amber Singhania from Nippon Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, hi, sir. So just a couple of clarifications before a few questions. Is one, what I understand is under AMISP, the bidder or the winner generally do all the installation, procurement and everything, and then he gets revenue 100 rupees per month for the next 90 months. That is the ballpark agreement generally we are seeing in this scheme. So here, what I understand is for Gujarat order, it is PCL who will be the main contractor, and we will just be limited to supply of meter and giving the technological know-how to PCL. Am I correct on that?
Sir, our plan is to become a large contract manufacturer to various AMISPs. So existing projects we will run, and then parallelly one or two projects we'll take. But otherwise we will be generally concentrating on manufacturing of the devices.
So basically we are not subject to that monthly recovery of the investment. Rather, we will be getting our funds upfront, right? At the time of installation.
No, we get it like we said, no, with the net working capital of less than 90 days, we'll get the entire money in.
So, okay, understood. Yeah, and it is a similar arrangement in West Bengal also, or it is different, sir?
It is similar arrangement in West Bengal. See, whenever we have this transition from an earlier status to a new status, if there are some previous arrangements that we have made, both let's say explicit and implicit, we will support those arrangements so that we are going to be there in the marketplace. So, but none of them have any major cost implications. They could be in terms of some support here and there. So that we will do. Whatever Iskraemeco India has made commitments on these orders, this 3.5 million plus some more orders that we have got from West Bengal, we will support those orders, but they have no cost implications as such directly. And also, if there are some revenues available in this, we are not taking that into consideration in computing. So those are all as the time goes on, we will book them in case something significant.
Okay, so in that way, it's not the cash flow impact. It's basically front ending the revenue as well as installation, rather than tail ending for next 10 years in terms of revenue, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There is absolutely no blockage of any kind of money.
Got it. Secondly, sir, if you can just help us out in terms of what was the approximately ballpark per meter revenue we used to book when in Kaynes, and now when Iskraemeco is a part, what kind of per meter revenue Iskraemeco might be booking?
No. Okay, let me put it this way. I cannot give you specific numbers because this is part of the customer contract. Yes, 65-70% of the revenues we used to book earlier. Now 100% revenues will book it in our Iskraemeco, and remaining will be inter-company within the same entity. So Iskraemeco will be part of our consolidated revenues. So whatever they bill, out of that the internal revenues in EMS will be about 60-70%. And yeah. So that's what it will be. Earlier it was about 70% of whatever they used to invoice.
Got it. And at present, sir, how much is the firm order with Iskraemeco in terms of number of units, number of meters, and definitely potential you have shared, but firm order is what, 3.5 million or more?
3.5 million from PGCIL, and then there are some orders from West Bengal. They are consolidating that and placing orders on us. But the moment it is placed on, us meaning now they have to place it on Kaynes Technology. It's a legally different entity, but part of the same group now. So once that comes in, it's a total target or total available or total allotted orders about, total target orders about 2 crore in West Bengal, out of which some have been allotted. So we will wait for some more time before the allotment takes place, award takes place, and then we can. But there will be some significant number. There are about 4 meters being considered there, so we'll be one of them.
Got it. Got it. And in future, we will not be bidding on our own for the entire bidding, right? We will be limiting ourselves to supply of products and the technology basically.
Yeah. So as of now, with this acquisition, we'll be working like an EMS player. Our objective is to be an EMS player of having large amount of manufacturing smart meters.
Understood, sir. Fine, that's it from my side. Thank you. Thanks a lot, and all the best.
Thank you, Amberji.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management is able to address questions from all the participants, please restrict your questions to 2 per participant. If you have a follow-up question, I would request you to rejoin the queue. The next question is from the line of Arfat Said from InCred Research. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Thanks for taking our question. So my first question is on total TAM for the smart meters. So over the next 5 to 6 years, I believe around 30 crore smart meters will be installed for the next 7-8 years, out of which only 15 crore has been announced. So can we expect, let's say, balance 15 crore smart meter tender to be announced by next year itself, or is it like at least 2 to 3 years?
Okay, Rafaji, see, the issue here is that we don't know at what pace the government will work. But right now, the pace of work has increased. So totally, based on whatever is the public data, government publishes the kind of a dashboard on this. About 11 crore has been awarded. Another 11 crore to be awarded. So I think they will do it fast only because I think government is committed towards this particular project. So earlier they have taken 4-5 years time to come to this level, but we will be much faster than that. And also the entire capacities have to gear up, etc. Right? It's just the orders coming in is not going to solve their problem. So from that perspective, I think it will be a good delivery challenge once these orders get finalized. And maybe shorter time frame than longer time frame is what I would bet on. But exactly what only government will know.
Okay. And my next question is again on pricing of the smart meter. So I believe, let's say, per cost smart meter around 8,000 to 10,000 rupees. So you guys also get similar amount to that from the client, or you will get some lower amount?
Sir, we get only EMS revenues, which is the meter ka total cost of the device. So that is anywhere around 3,000 plus rupees. That is the kind of revenues that companies like us will make who make only devices. The other numbers that you are talking about I have not computed, but they must be the AMISP revenues on a net present value basis. When they actually make monthly charges, they work on something called an OPEX model. So the AMISP should give an OPEX model to the distribution company, and they would do whatever is required, including sourcing and procurement of meters from companies like us. And there are other players. So there are 4 other players who are majorly working in this area. So that's how it is actually. So there are 3 layers. One layer is device maker, other is the AMISP, and third is the distribution company. So we are insulated from the value chain or revenue chain of the distribution company and the AMISP. We are contractors with the AMISPs, which are like the device supply. Like I said, the net working capital is not expected to exceed 90 days.
Fine, sir. That's it from us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rahul Modi from Nippon Asset Management. Please go ahead.
So thank you. Just one question, just one clarification I had in the, in the West Bengal contract, the installation of the meters would be in our scope within the houses in WBDCL?
Yeah. You see, the PGCIL, the installation support is given by us. And for that, the separate money is given. We are not taking any profits out of that into our revenue protection yet. Okay? Because this is back-to-back given to other contractors. See, whenever a device maker takes up, there are people identified for this job across the states. Every state has got certain electrical contractors who do this thing. So in case of West Bengal too, a similar arrangement could be there. Like I said before, we are consolidating the orders from West Bengal. I think some more award has to happen. Total meters at stake there is about 20 million. So once all the numbers come through, then we will do an implementation strategy, and that point in time accurately I can tell you. But broadly, if there is a commitment made, we will hold by it. If there is no commitment, then we will ask the AMISPs to kind of look at it differently.
Sure. So just one follow-up on this. So the Gujarat order is through PGCIL, and we bid directly, or Iskraemeco had bid directly in the West Bengal contract as an AMISP.
Yeah, but see, even in Gujarat, they are identified as a AMISP stroke SI. So their role is more like an SI, system integrator role actually.
Right, which is
so similar to
power grid.
Exactly will be known once all the orders are. It is actually not that simple. Every tender is a little bit different.
Correct.
And so if you go into the website, there are 7 different varieties of tenders, etc. They mention. So once we get to know the exact details, then we can share that with you. I mean, I broadly know, but exact details I don't know once we consolidate the order.
Sure. Just, my question was more from a liability assessment in case of delays of implementation in West Bengal. So I believe you would have done the due diligence while taking over Iskraemeco.
Yeah. No. Actually, that's why I'm not counting that as an order. See, we go strictly by an order book, right? So in our order book, customer, so see, even though they are part of the same fold, but they're still a different legal entity. So they have to give us a purchase order. So Iskraemeco will place a purchase order on Kaynes Technology India Limited, maybe in future at the Hyderabad premises. Then we will put it in our system by material, and they will give a schedule, etc. So that's why I'm saying that while there are a lot of futuristic expectations in this domain, and we definitely are very bullish and buoyant about it. But as long as they don't come to us, I cannot disclose that to you. So the moment it comes, then in our quarterly projections, we'll add that and show it to you. The 3.5 billion has already come, so we have added last time because as Iskraemeco had placed on it. Similarly, in future, we will do for West Bengal also.
Sure, sir. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Neel Mehta from Equirus Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the opportunity.
Neel, could you use your handset and speak? Your voice is breaking.
Yeah. Sir, is it better now?
Yes.
Hello. Yeah. So, sir, my question is that, sir, you mentioned about 3,000 for it's for the single phase smart meter or the 3 smart meter? That's my first question.
This is single phase. All a single phase right now. We do have some smaller number of 3-phase meters also. But since the total quantum of 3-phase meters is not significant, so we're not talking about it. But there are orders for 3-phase meters too. But the 3.5 billion is single phase meter.
Okay. So my second question is, sir, is there any going on?
So there is a difference in the cost. See, 3-phase meters are much bigger meters because they deal with 3-phase supply of electricity. So typically their cost will be 70-80% more than the single-phase meters.
Thank you. We have lost the connection of the current participant. We will move on to the next participant. The next question is from the line of Deepak from Sundaram Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. So my first question is in continuation to the earlier participants. So for Iskraemeco, will be manufacturing only the smart consumer metering, or is it that we'll do also distribution metering?
Sorry, repeat the last part.
Would we be manufacturing or box building only smart consumer meters, or would it be also DT metering, distribution transmission meters?
Yeah, any meter that they require for manufacturing will be making, provided they have an approval for it. Okay, so that's our stand. Right now, most of the meters are smart consumer metering. So DT metering, if they win any orders and if there are designs available with them, we can do that too.
But we already are making DT meters for a German company. It's part of our export orders.
Okay, sir. And my second question is, sir, last year we did some 64 crore worth of sales, right, in Iskraemeco. So how many smart meters we would have sold in that year?
So fully are smart meters only. So
This year it will go up because these 3.5 million orders are getting executed. So this year it will become an intercompany sale. So it will come as part of our consolidated revenue.
That is fine. So I'm asking FY24, how many smart meters would have been supplied for that 64 crore revenue?
Anywhere between 2 and 2.5 is the pricing. So 64 crores we will divide and find out that number.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so my last question is, since smart meter is a growing market and has a larger TAM, any reason why Iskraemeco decided to sell that entity to you and exit their Indian business?
We wouldn't know their reason. It must be part of their strategic business. They still continue to be a player in Europe and all that. So yeah, this is a company which was bought by LCD Group actually, the Egyptian group, and they purchased this entity from Europe. They do have good business in Middle East and other places. So I wouldn't know why, but when this opportunity was available and when we came to know, then we jumped at it because it kind of secured our EMS credentials.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vinit Agrawal from Aditya Birla Money. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good morning, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. So I have a couple of questions. So one is on the one of the largest player in smart meters is fully backward integrated and starting from assembling PCB or molding, and even they have their own software, and because of which they generate roughly 14-15% kind of EBITDA margins. Just wanted to understand post acquisition where we will be placed.
Sorry, last part of the question. Can you explain that?
I just wanted to understand, like, post this acquisition, where are we be placed in terms of smart metering?
Yeah. We are fully integrated here. We have our own molding shop. I think those of you who were able to come to the Hyderabad facility would have seen it also. We have got full back to the end-to-end the manufacturing of smart meters, the full value chain. The software is with the Iskraemeco acquisition. The software is within the group. The molding is within the group. The entire PCB assembly is within the group. Testing is within the group. So it's integrated facility. Yeah. And going forward, of course, once the PCB business etc. comes up, we can do the PC boards also.
Understood. And my second one is, correct me if I'm wrong, like the company which you acquire was loss making in terms of EBITDA at EBITDA level till FY23. So what was the EBITDA numbers in FY24? If you can give that number.
Yeah, see the past EBITDA numbers is during development phase, right? They were just bidding for orders and getting things approved and they were getting installed, etc.
Plus all these global companies, they have their own pricing, their own methods of working.
Transfer pricing.
They transfer large funds for corporate account is debited and all this.
Yeah. So suffice it to say that now it's a clean business for us. And it's a bit
approximately closer to our.
Yes.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Indrajit Agrawal from CLSA. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Most of my questions have been answered. Just one more question. In Iskraemeco's COGS, what proportion would have been supplied by Kaynes in FY24?
You are asking about their purchase of meters, whether they purchase from anybody else. No, we are fully supplied.
No. So in the sense that what are the other costs other than the purchase from Kaynes? Are there any other costs which are significant?
They have R&D team.
They
have R&D team for development of products, project management.
Validation team.
Validation is there. Testing support is there.
Right.
So, okay. 125 people there. It's a large organization.
It's a large organization, yeah.
Okay. So other way to put it is, you said that for Iskraemeco, the per unit revenue would be 2.2 to 2.5. For similar units, what would have been our revenue?
That is the device revenue to Kaynes technology. Their revenue should be larger. Not at liberty to disclose because this order is not in the public domain, but their revenue will be larger on the device also. This is only the the EMS revenue that I'm talking about. Once they supply the device to, let's say, PGCIL, their revenues are larger.
Okay, sir. Maybe I'll take it offline. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Akshay Kelia from CD Integrated Services Limited. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, sir, my question was about guidance for FY25, which is about more than 3,000 crore. So, after acquisition of this company, is it still intact, or the incremental revenue which will we get from this acquisition will add to this guidance?
Sir, we will retain our whatever guidance we have given, 3,000 crores on top line and 15% on EBITDA.
Okay, sir. So after this acquisition, so it will add more revenue to this guidance, or what?
Yeah, in future, of course.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Jalaj from Swan Investments. Please go ahead.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Thanks for the opportunity. So my first question was, I do understand in the past the company Iskraemeco had won direct contracts with West Bengal WDCL, and there is an article similarly for that. So just wanted to understand what is the rationale behind moving from a EMS B2B player to becoming a full-fledged brand here. Any specific logic to behind it, becoming an AMISP?
The AMISP qualification has been done by many companies, okay? But our objective for a company like Kaynes Technology is to be a device manufacturer, essentially. So we continue to do that, and acquisition of Iskraemeco is to make sure that we get the relevant scale. If we are going to be making small quantities, then we really cannot be cost effective, and we cannot do margin accretion, etc. into our existing portfolio. In order to do that, we have acquired this company which has capabilities to offer meters to all AMISPs.
Understood. And then just onto that same question, so of the total revenue of, let's assume FY24, 64 crores, what was the revenue split between it being a directly MISP and it being a supplier to others?
No, all of that 64 crores is supplied to, if I understand correctly, I can ask the diligence team, but it is supplied to PGCIL. So even though we are called the AMSP in SI, but actually supplied through PGCIL, who is actually the AMSP in Gujarat?
Got it. And last question.
Please go.